from my yoga club. Hello, Zoom people. Ruth from my yoga club. Right, let me, no, actually, I'm going to keep my cardigan on. I'm chilly this morning. It's that kind of false sense of security of it's sunny outside, therefore it's warm. No, it's not. Still April. So I'm going to leave my cardigan on. I might take that off when I've warmed up a bit, but I'm a bit chilly. We're going to start standing up today. Who have I got live on Facebook? Oh, Sarah, we're just talking about you. Hello, lovely Sarah friend. She's my nurse friend. Okay, let us start. We'll stand our feet just a little bit wider than hip width. Let's bring ourselves down and to our mat. Take the palms facing out. Close the eyes if you wish. Breathe through your nose. Just let yourself get onto your mat. It's good to maybe rock gently on your feet so you can feel your mat beneath you. Slight bend to the knees. And then we'll heel toe our feet in just a little bit. Creep along the mat. So your feet are now hip width apart. And again, continue just to rock gently backwards and forwards on your feet so you can feel the whole of your foot to the mat. We're going to be stationary now. Just allow your shoulders to shrug. Shrug and roll, roll and shrug. And then stand again in mountain pose. Close the eyes if you wish. You will sway a bit when your eyes are closed, but don't worry about that. You can always open them if you really get a bit funny. What's that word? Vertigo. That's it, isn't it? When you get a bit dizzy. Keep breathing through your nose. And then we'll start by rotating the palms all the way up and come back down again. Let's start by inhaling as we go up. Exhale as we come down. Keep inhaling up. Exhale down. This time we're going to exhale out. So inhale here, and then exhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Interlace the fingers here. Push the palms away. Take a deep breath. Let the rib cage flare. We'll come over into a side. Look to the floor. We'll rotate to the other side, or should I say bend to the other side. Oh, this side always is a challenge for me. Coming back to center. Let's shrug the shoulders again, just gentle roll. And really try and move the shoulder blades now. Feel like you're moving the shoulder blades around one way. And shoulder blades the other way. You want that upper back to move. And take the arms out wide. And then wrap, having an elbow, remember which elbow's on top. Try to find your scapula, try to find your shoulder blades. So you're walking your fingers to find the shoulder blades and hook on. And then bring your elbows up and your rib cage back. It's like a polar neck of arms. And again, really deep breath here so you can feel your back spread apart, and exhale slowly. Deep breath, feel your rib cage expand and exhale slowly. We'll unfurl the arms and just let them roll around one way. This is my favourite Jane Fonda arms. I like adding in Jane Fonda arms to everything. And then we're going to wrap the other way. So remember which arm was on top last time. Really walk your fingers so you can find your shoulder blades. Bring your elbows up, your rib cage back. Really plant through your heels. You can feel your toes wiggle off the mat. Take deep breath again. Feel your back open up. Let's take the arms out again wide. Rotate them around one way and the other way. Bring them beside you and roll the shoulders now. And again, roll them independently so you can really feel the back moving. And the other way around. Get that back really moving, the shoulder blades, shoulders underneath the armpits. We'll take the feet just a little bit wide and we're going to rotate just to look behind you. Take your heel off the mat and rotate to the other side. Remember, we're still warming up. Although I am getting warm, so I'm going to take that off. So go as far as is comfortable, rotate to the other way. And then back again to centre, other side. And come back to centre. Let's take the arms up. I'll turn to the side so you can see. We're bending the knees very slowly, hinging from the hips, coming down to the mat, let the head hang. And then push all the way back up again. Little tiny back bend here. And then down again. Hinge from the hips, bend the knees, let the head hang. Lifting up. Let's speed it up a little bit. Go slow if you find you get lightheaded when you stand up. Remember, we're trying to warm all the joints up. Couple more of these. I'm going to go a bit quicker because I love swinging my arms in these. But like I said, if you get lightheaded when you come up too quickly, then go slower. A few of these. Last one. Interlace the fingers again. Push the palms away. Bring the rib cage backwards. We're standing up nice and tall into extended mountain. Take the hands behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the palms. And bend the knees. Chest comes to the thighs. Let the arms go over the top now. And breathe. We'll take the hands to the mat, hands to the shins and extend. Flat back extension, crown of the head's coming away. You can always bend your knees here if that's too much for your hamstrings, they don't like it. Come back down to the mat, let your head hang in a forward fold. And breathe. So if you're not standing at the top of your mat, then just shuffle along to the top of your mat. We'll stand here. I'm going to step all the way back. Oh, I'm going to do that other leg. I think no, I'm going to do that leg. Step all the way back as far as you can. So really big stride to the back into a lunge. I like to take my fingers so that they're like stilts. So I'm pushing through the fingertips, really strengthen through the fingertips. Then place the palms to the mat, take the back knee and place it down. We'll stay here for a moment in firefly. And then lift all the way up into crescent moon. I'm going to slide that backwards so that we have a straighter leg here. Puts less friction along the back, especially at the pelvis area. I'm going to come all the way forward, take the hands to the mat and extend that front leg. Let's move forward and back, extending the leg forward and back. Hopefully you can still see me okay on Facebook. Looks like Sarah is still there, cool. Moving backwards and forwards. And then let's come back up again into that crescent moon. Like I said, bring that hip backwards so we're straighter, lifting up through the fingertips, a little tiny back bend. Breathe. You've got to really squeeze through the top of this leg to stabilize yourself. Take the hands down to the mat, extend the front leg. You're going to round nose towards knee. Breathe and pause here. Come back and we'll swap to the other side. So tucking the back toe into your lunge again. Crown of head's coming away. You're going to step in to a fold. And step back on the other side to a lunge. Again, stilt your fingertips, so you're like little cupcake holders. Pushing through the fingertips to begin with, crown of head's coming away. Breathe. And then we'll flatten those palms to the mat, drop the back knee. Let's lift up into crescent moon. We're going to bring those hips backwards, extend, breathe, take the fingertips down to the mat. We're going to extend the front leg. Let's move backwards and forwards. Extend that leg, rounding down, nose towards knee. Take that knee forward, lift up again into a crescent moon. We're going to take ourselves backwards again, so we're straightening down the standing leg. Breathe. Take the hands to the mat, tuck the back toe. We're stepping in now to a forward fold. Bend your knees if you need to. Let your chest come to your thighs, hang in your head. And then slowly, slowly, slowly roll all the way up to standing. Okay, coming to the front now. Let's take the legs a little wide, not too wide, so we're going to come down into a squat. Only a little tiny half squat, so you're resting your elbows onto your knees. I've forgotten what that body part was called then. That's terrible, isn't it? Elbows to your knees, like so. So your bum is behind you, you're resting your elbows on your knees. We're going to lift up and then into a star pose. So go slowly so that you unfurl into that star. Oh, hello, Andrea, you're watching too. We're coming back down again into that high squat. Rest your elbows to your knees. Really stick the bum behind you, push through the heel, so you want to feel your bum doing the work. Let's breathe. And then we're going to lift up slowly onto one leg, other side, star pose. Flex that foot, push away. Check your balance. Don't worry if you have to put your toe down every now and again, that's okay. Let's come back again into that squat. Now, if you want to start to get lower down, you can do, otherwise stay up in a high squat. Otherwise, come with me to the floor. We're starting in a very low squat, elbows to the inside of your knees. In our Hindi squat, we're going to push all the way up and then into your star pose. Oh, gosh, I nearly fell over then. That would have been on video. Could have made my fortune, couldn't I, on that? Then we're going to come back again into that squat. So you can stay here at a high squat or come all the way down into low squat. Totally up to you. Take that breath out. Oh, I've got Kim joined me. Hello, Kim. We're going to push all the way up and into that star pose. Breathe. Test your balance now. Back down again, Hindi squat. We're only going to do 2 more, so this is the last but one. I could sit all day like this because I love it, but if your knees aren't friendly in this position, then come up a bit. Push up into your star pose. We're pulling up through the belly. You want to feel like you're zipping up from the floor. This should feel really good then. You pull in through the belly, zipping up. Take yourself back into your squat. Again, high squat if this is too much. And then the last one, we're going to lift up into star pose on the other side. Flex that foot, see if you can get it up a little bit higher. If you get cramp in your hip, then bring it down. If you want to be fancy, you can pulse. Whoa. Try not to fall over. Let's come back onto the mat. Taking our feet really wide now. Continuing through those thighs. Let's get our thighs nice and warm. We're going to sit back. Fiddle around with my top for a bit, pace my palms together into goddess pose. We are now all goddesses, each and every one of us. Let's pushing up, palms open up, forefinger and thumb come together as you come down into horse stance, which is goddess pose, but your arms different. Let's lift up, palms come together, sinking down, goddess pose. Really stick that bum behind you. Others would say to tuck it, but no, let's stick the bum behind us. Feel like our bum is doing the job. Pushing up, palms open, down into horse stance. Keep breathing. Let's lift up, last one, palms together, coming down into goddess pose, which we're going to hold now for a moment. Press your fingertips together, prayer position with the hands. You want to feel those fingertips. Concentrate on the pulse points. This will distract you from the pain that is searing through your thighs right now. Breathe. Lower. Breathe. Really breathe. Remember, you can come out of this if it's killing you, but hopefully you're with me. Pushing all the way up, open up the palms. Let's just give a little wiggle through the hips. Luckily, none of you are being videoed, just me looking silly. Okay, we're going to turn one foot out, the other foot comes flat to the back side of the mat, into warrior two. Looking over those middle fingers of the front arm, Check this knee isn't being wobbly and sitting in. You're going to push it backwards. Relax through the shoulders. Extend through the fingertips, crown the head. Your body is central. Warrior two. We'll turn the front palm, straighten the front leg into straight leg. Sun warrior. Let's bring the arm over the top. Breathe. And then back into warrior two. I'm getting warm now. I think that was the goddess pose that did that. Turn the front palm, lifting up and over into sun warrior. Back into warrior two. We'll take the arm to the thigh now and arm over the head into side angle pose. Now you can take the arm to shoulder height here if it's too ouchy on your shoulder, or even have your hand to your hip if you have any shoulder issues. If you want to be fancy, take this elbow off your knee and just have your arm in front of the thigh. That's going to put a lot more through the thigh. Otherwise, just rest and extend here. We're breathing. You're going to straighten that leg all the way over into sun warrior. Breathe. Come back again. Side angle. Remember, you can make it more challenging. Just have your arm in front. Breathe. Straight leg sun warrior. Come back into warrior two. Take a breath out. Let's straighten that leg and swap to the other side. Warrior two. You have an imaginary line from the heel of your front foot to the middle of your back foot, and your body is central. Arms at shoulder height, looking over that middle finger. Warrior two. Turn the front palm, straight leg, sun warrior. Back into warrior two. Make sure you have that breath as you do this. Turn the front palm, straight leg, sun warrior. Back into warrior two. Let's take the elbow to the thigh, into side angle. Now, if you have shoulder issues, remember you can have the arm straight up or hand to the hip. Ideally, we're kind of flattening our body, trying to look down towards the little back toe, but that can be a bit tricky, so just wherever it's comfortable. And if you want to make it more challenging, just have the arm floating in front of the thigh in your side angle. We're going to push through the front foot, straight leg sun warrior. Back into side angle. Straight leg sun warrior. Keep breathing, back into side angle. Come back into warrior two. We'll straighten that front leg. I'm going to turn back to the other side. Breathe. Take the arms out at shoulder height, warrior two. Let's come down to that side angle. Check your knee hasn't caved in. You're going to bring that knee back. You can have the arm in front if you want to make it challenging. Otherwise, just rest on your side. We'll take the top arm to 12 o'clock. And we're going to wrap it. So we're going to take it all the way behind us. You might just rest it to sort of hip height or in the small of your back. If you can reach, you take it all the way round and you're holding your thigh. Going to be in front for challenging, otherwise rested. Try not to grip with your toes. We're breathing here. You're going to lift up and slowly back. You're going to lift up and slowly back. Lift up, slowly back, lift up, slowly back. Let's hold this for a bit. If you want to, you can wrap completely, holding onto your back arms behind you. Otherwise, you're just sort of rested like so. Hand to your hip like this. Take those toes and ungrip them. I know you're trying to hold on to the mat at this point. We're going to lift back up into a side angle, and then just to have an extra last bit of challenge, both arms up above the head, and then push up and over to the top. We're going to have both toes coming in now, wide toes, wide legs, come forward into a wide leg flat back. You can always have your hands to your thighs. Breathe. Let's lift all the way up and come back to the other side. We're in warrior two. Now you all know what's coming. It's going to be tricky. Let's come over into side angle. You can always rest your elbow to your thigh, otherwise your arm is in front if you want to make it more challenging. Breathe. This top arm is coming to 6 o'clock, and then we're going to wrap it round. So you either have your hand to your hip or the small of your back, or you can hold onto your thigh. You're going to straighten that front leg and bend. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Last one, straighten and bend. If you want to wrap, you can, holding onto your hand behind you. Otherwise, just have your elbow to your thigh into side angle. Or anyway, if your arm's getting tired, place your hand to your hip. Breathe. Now take that top arm and extend. It's nice as it is. I bet it's another on the Zoom. Am I back now? Can you all see me on Zoom? You can still see me on live Facebook. I'm back now. Good, good, good. Take the feet out wide, toes coming in, heels are wide. We're going to come all the way forward now. So your option is to come a little bit deeper. You might want to use your sofa. Have your feet wide like so, and you can rest like this on your sofa, or you can come lower down onto a chair. If you can reach the floor, fabulous. And if you can, you're going to do that. So wide leg, toes in, hinge from the hips. We're going to come to the floor and into a fold. Let the head hang. Breathe. We're just resting here for the moment. I'm going to push up now into flat back extension. Crown of the head is coming away, so your fingertips are to the mat. Feet are still wide. Take a hand to the mat and then rotate the whole body. So we're twisting, dropping the hip. Dropping the hip. Looking to the ceiling in our rotation. Breathe. Take that hand down to the mat and rotate to the other side. Coming back to the mat, into your fold hinge, so you come a little bit deeper. You might want to place your hands all the way through behind you if you can reach. If not, just anywhere you can rest. Push up onto flat back and then heel toe your feet in until we come down into a squat. Otherwise, a low squat or a high squat, whichever is more comfortable for you. Elbows onto the inside, palms together. Just sit here just for a little bit. Let those hips rest. Everyone's still with me on Facebook. Everyone's still with me on Zoom. And then take yourself down to the mat. Let the legs come out in front of you. Just give them a little bit of a shake and a wiggle. We're in seated position. Take the fleshy part of your butt and we'll bring the heel into the groin. And sit up nice and tall. So you want to make sure this front foot isn't floppy, so it isn't kind of falling down like so. You want it up towards the ceiling. Hold on to the thighs, sit up nice and tall. This is where the strength comes in. So you're pulling with your forearms. Breathe. I'm going to take that foot over the top. Opposite arm now wraps and then rotate towards the thigh. So we're in our rotation in our sage pose. You can keep this arm wrapped like so, or you can hook in front of the knee. And we'll look back towards the hand in our sage pose, sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to swivel around just so you can see a little bit better. Breathe. Coming back to center, and then we're going to unravel ourselves and wrap the other way around. Coming back to center now, take this top leg onto the side. So the foot is on its side, the heel is by your hip, and your knees are stacked. You're going to hinge from the hips and come forward, and then round over, nose towards knee. Breathe. Sit up nice and tall. This underleg, if you want, is going to wrap underneath you now. So you're sitting stacked like so. If this is too much for that leg at the bottom, so if it hurts through the knees or it hurts through the hips, you're going to have that bottom leg extended. Otherwise, you're going to sit like so into cow face pose. We're going to take the arms out wide. So this is my most favorite evil cow face. Actually, it's eagle cow face, but I call it evil cow face because it's pretty damn nasty on the hips. Take the arms out wide. You're going to wrap the arms underneath each other. Now you might just find the back of the hands together like so, but if you can, you're going to wrap them all the way around like this, so you can hold the palms of the hands together, and then we're moving the elbows up towards the chin. So we're sitting in cow face with the legs, and we have eagle arms. This is broadening the back. You want to breathe deeply so you can feel the back widen. Taking the arms out wide. Just give them Jane Fonda arms. Go this way and the other way. And then we're going to come to the other side. So unravel your legs. Take them out and let the knees just shake a little bit, just to get those knees and hips loosened. I'm going to bring the other heel in and take it over the top of the extended leg. So I'm going to come around so you can see. Let's sit up nice and tall. Don't neglect this foot. Shouldn't be floppy, wants to be up towards the ceiling. Use those forearms to sit yourself up tall. Let's take the opposite arm to the knee. I'm going to wrap it and rotate towards the thigh. If you want, you're hooking your elbow, sitting up tall, we'll look back towards the fingertips. Keep breathing. Let's slowly unravel all the way around to the other side. Just unwrap. Stay here for a moment and breathe. Coming back to center, you're going to take that top leg and stack your knees. Your foot is on the side, and then you're hinging from the hips to come forward and rounding nose towards knee. Don't worry if you've only come a little way. Even if it's like this, when you're rounding, that's okay. Breathe. Let's sit up nice and tall. Now you can leave your legs like this if that's more comfortable for you. Otherwise, you're going to take the bottom leg and hook it under. So again, we're sitting with cow face for our legs. Now, as I said, if you feel it twisting through the knee or the hips, then you just extend that bottom leg out like this. Otherwise, we're going to sit like this, taking the arms out wide. Now, remember which arm you put under last time. You're going to put it the other way around. So you're hooking the elbows together. Palms come together if they can reach, if not just the back of the hand. We've got eagle arms, lifting the elbows towards the chin. Eagle cow face, broadening the back, bring the rib cage backwards. Try to get those elbows up. Big deep breath here. Exhale slowly. Last breath, taking those arms, unraveling them out to the side. Let's Jane Fonda the arms round and round the other. Bring the hands beside you. Unravel your legs very slowly. Just let the knees give a little bit of a jiggle. Taking the feet, the soles of the feet together, knees up out wide. We're going to hold just above the ankles, taking the elbows to the knees into bound cobbler. So you're going to take the elbows, pushing them down onto your knees. You're going to hinge from your hips, rounding the back, tucking the chin, bound cobbler pose. Breathe. And then bring yourself all the way up to seated. Take the fingertips behind you. So your hands are stilted like this. Imagine you're holding some cupcakes behind your back. Fingertips together, squeezing the shoulder blades together, tilting the chin up and looking at the ceiling. Stretch through the chin. Breathe here. Big breath, so your rib cage flares, and then exhale slowly. One last time, big breath. In through the nose, exhale slowly. And then back up to center. Slowly bring those knees together, hugging the knees, wrapping the arms, tucking the chin, forehead to the knees. Just allow yourself to rest here. And then I'm going to swivel around and come onto our backs. So gently come down onto your backs, We'll just rock from side to side with the knees to the chest. Let's extend one leg along the mat, hugging a knee to your chest. You might like to hold underneath the thigh, bringing your knee in as deep as you can. Allow your forearms to do the pulling so that your shoulders are kind of relaxed. That knee's coming out to the side, bringing it up just a little bit deeper. And then we'll extend the leg towards the ceiling. So we're holding the knee towards our chest, extending the heel up towards the ceiling into half a happy baby. If you can reach your foot, hold on and bring the knee down, half a happy baby. Otherwise, just hold underneath your thigh like so. But have your foot up towards the ceiling like that, half a happy baby. I'm going to swap to the other side. So let's bring the knee into the chest, hold underneath the thighs, draw the knee into the chest. Take that knee out towards the side, draw it in a little bit deeper. And then that sole of the foot coming up towards the ceiling. You've still got your knee towards your chest. If you can reach your foot, hold on and pull down into half a happy baby. Otherwise, continue just holding underneath your thigh. I'm going to bring both legs up into a happy baby, holding both soles of your feet, drawing the knees down, and gently rocking into hysterically happy baby. If that's too much, just hold underneath your thighs like so. Or even just hugging your knees and gently rocking. Totally up to you. I quite like doing this. Totes unladylike, but you know. Do a few of those. It's quite calming. You understand now why children do this. Post the soles of the feet to the mat now. Just get yourself comfortable. Gently rock those knees from side to side. So if you glue your knees and ankles together, so that as your knees drop one way, your foot has to lift up. And let's go the other side. Time are we on? Oh, we've got now, that's good. You're doing well. Hopefully you're all still with me and you're all okay. We're starting to slow down now, so this is when you want to hold those poses and just slow down just a little bit. Let's stack the knees. So the knees are stacked above the hips. The arms are beside you, pulling the belly in. You're going to tap a heel to the edge and bring it back in again. If you want to make it easier, you're just going to keep the knees bent like so, and you're tapping down like this. So alternating each foot, one and then the other. If you want to make it challenging, you're going to step out, lifting back up. Keep the belly pulled in. So it's like you're hollowing and bracing, pulling that belly in. Keep breathing. Just a few more. Remember, you can always just have the knees bent like this, pulling that belly in. You don't want to be pushing your belly out, you're pulling your belly in. Breathing. If you think that this is easy, then do 2 at the same time, or drop the heels and do 2 at the same time. Otherwise, alternate 1 to the side. We'll do a few more. And then we're going to hug the knees into the chest. Gently rock from side to side. And let's extend the legs out along the mat, taking the arms over the top behind you. Extend the body. We're lying down in an extended mountain. Breathe. Let's take the feet to the right corner of your mat. And you're still lying on your back, but your hands are going to the right corner on the top of the mat, like you're in a banana shape. Banana asana. Breathe, so you feel a good deep stretch down the side of your body. We're on the liver meridian at the moment. Actually, that side isn't the liver meridian. I can't think what that one is. That's the spleen side. Then take your feet to the left-hand corner. Then your hands to the left-hand corner. So now you're on the liver side, the liver meridian. You're extending down the side of the body. Deep breath in. Imagine you're breathing down towards your toes, and as you exhale slowly back all the way up to your fingertips. We'll come back to center, bending the knees, soles of the feet to the mat. Let's lift the bum off the mat into half the bridge, arms are beside you. Really squeeze the butt so you can lift up high. If you want to make this more challenging, you hook your shoulders underneath, clasp your hands and lift up a little bit higher. Take a breath, unhook the shoulders if you've hooked them. Take the arms beside you, bring the arms over the top. Now lay them on the mat behind you. Breath. Exhale slowly, bringing the body down towards the mat. And then bring the arms over the top beside you. Let's do that one more time. We're going to push up into our half bridge. Squeeze the butt so you lift up as high as you can. If you want to, hook the shoulders underneath and we'll lift up just that little bit higher. Breathe. You're going to unhook the shoulders if you've done that. Take the arms over the top behind you on the mat. And then lower that body down to the mat. And then take the arms back over beside you. Let the knees fall out now into reclined cobbler. The soles of the feet are coming together and the palms are facing up. So you might want to get something warm as we come into relaxation. So if you want to put on a jumper now or a blanket over the top of you, then do that. Time. So keep yourself in your reclined cobbler. Have your palms facing up. Just let your body start to settle here. Maybe take a really deep breath and exhale slowly. It starts to settle that breath down. And gently bring the knees together. Gently rock the knees from side to side. So your option is to have your knees bent, especially if you have any niggles in the lower back. And if you're doing that, take the feet a little bit wide, knock the knees together, and you can stay like this for Savasana. Otherwise, you're extending the legs, letting the feet fall out naturally where they are. Palms are up. Closing the eyes now. And resting in Savasana. So I'm just going to come up to seated. If you will continue lying down. And I'll give you guided meditation or guided relaxation. So hopefully you are comfy on your mat. You're lying down, you're nice and warm. You've got your palms facing up beside you. And you're feeling comfortable. You're noticing the floor beneath you. It's really important to notice that floor so that as you exhale, fully relax down onto the mat. Eyes are gently closed. Jaw is released and relaxed. Keep breathing through the nose, just noticing the whole of the body. So let's start our toes, starting at the very tips of your toes, noticing your feet and just your feet. You might notice tingling sensations. You might not notice anything at all, and that's okay. Think about your toes and your feet. And then you're moving into your heels, past the arch of each foot into the heels. Coming to the ankles now. Just notice the left and right ankle. Be aware of each side, maybe changes, differences. Maybe you don't notice anything at all. Coming into the calves and the shins. Being aware of the calves and the shins. And then up to the knees. Think about the fabric that you can feel on your skin. Just thinking about each knee. Relaxing through the knees, noticing how the ankles release a little more. And then taking the attention up into the thighs, left and right thigh. And moving into the hips now. You can really notice the hips, the buttocks on the mat. Really totally unclench buttocks. Let your whole of your lower back release. Feeling as if each leg completely relaxes now. And then being aware of your lower spine. So the lower half of your body is completely relaxed. And we're taking our attention into our spine, right at the base of the spine, the sacrum, right at the tailbone of your spine. And you're slowly moving up the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, and all the way up through the lumbar spine, back into that mid-back, that thoracic area of the spine, through the rib cage, right up to the top of the spine, the nape of the neck. And then slowly moving back down the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Back all the way down, past that mid-back area, lower back now, into the tailbone. And then we're bringing our attention into our belly, and you can feel the rise and fall of your belly. I want you to tap into that sensation, tap into that feeling of rising and falling as the breath comes in and out. It's an autonomous feeling. The air comes in and out. And then bringing your attention into your chest, rib cage, shoulders. We're going to relax down through each shoulder and through the arms, the shoulders to the elbows, elbows to the forearms, the wrists, palms of the hands. Fingers are gently uncurling. Just notice your very fingertips now. Just your fingertips, nothing else. Your breath is even, rested, autonomous. Let's come back up from the fingertips through the palms to the wrists, from the wrists to the elbows, elbows to the shoulders, relaxing both arms now completely. Bring your attention into your head. You can feel the back of the head on the mat. It's heavy on the mat, and all of the hair follicles. As you come up to the crown of the head, maybe you can feel that tingling sensation through your crown of your head. As you move up to the forehead and along the hairline, let the brow smooth out. Eyes are just gently, softly closed. The forehead, head relaxed. And we come down the bridge of the nose and down each side of the nose into the cheeks. Cheeks into the ears, relaxing through the ears, along the jawbone to the chin. Your mouth gently parts. Perhaps you need to lick your lips. Perhaps swallow. Tongue resting in the roof of your mouth. Your face is relaxed, your head rested. Whole of your body relaxed. Whole of your body relaxed. All of that tension leaving your body. You might need to breathe a little deeper here. Slowly exhale, feeling that tension ebb away from your body. Just indulging in that feeling of relaxation as your whole body is bathing. Any thoughts, let them just drift past, imagining they're on clouds drifting past your body. Not trying to think about anything, we're just letting all those thoughts drift away. Just for now, let them place them outside of the mat. We can feel the mat beneath us, the floor. And I want you now to think about drawing light in from the crown of your head. And as you're breathing, that light is drawing in through the crown of your head, in through the whole of the body, feeling that body begin to soak up all of that light. Feel it's getting brighter and lighter within your body. As you're breathing in and out, and that light is coming into the body, and it comes into every part, right down to the fingertips, right down to the toes. Feel as if your whole body is soaking up this light, and as it does, it becomes recharged, energized. You feel like you're starting to wake up now. Each breath is bringing that light into every cell of the body, waking you up. You're feeling more energized. You're feeling brighter, lighter. Really take a deep breath in now, and as you exhale, perhaps you sigh that air out. Your body feels awake now. As you start to wriggle your fingers and toes, you're starting to wake up, feeling brighter, more energized, recharged, refreshed. Big deep breath down towards your toes. Exhale slowly. And then bring yourself slowly up to seated when you're ready. Maybe you need to just wriggle a little bit, ease yourself up into that seated position. Moving gently. Legs crossed in front of you. Sit up nice and tall now. Let's have our hands to our knees. Fingers in Jnana Mudra if you wish, 4 fingers and thumb together. Let's sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath down towards the base of the spine. We'll exhale slowly back up to the skull. Let's inhale down to the base of the spine. Exhale to the skull. We'll rotate the palms to heart center. Namaste. Thank you for joining me on Facebook. Thank you for joining me on Zoom. Thank you for just joining me, even if you were sitting on the sofa.